In this video, I'm going to show you how the Alt 3.4 works on the Behringer Xenyx audio mixers. Now, I want to say at the top of this video that although I fully understand how this feature works, I am grasping at why you would want to use this. I can grasp at straws, and we're going to talk about that at the end, but to me, they're kind of fringe and edge cases. So if you have a use for this alt out as I explain it, please do leave a comment down in the comment section because I'm very curious to learn more about this and how people are using this audio mixer to route through the Alt 3.4 outputs. So to understand the Alt 3.4 here, let's take a look at the back panel. We can see at the back panel, there's an XLR main output here. That's married to the main stereo mix. So as you dial up your mix on this audio mixer, everything will go out through the main mix. Next, on the back of this audio mixer here, you'll see that there's an Alt 3.4 output. This is the output for this Alt 3.4 kind of bus here. How this works is when you mute a microphone, it gets taken out of the main mix and it gets rerouted to the Alt 3.4 mix. That's why it's called Alt 3.4. The main mix is 1.2, the Alt is 3.4. So the Alt 3.4 channel is for microphones that are only exclusively muted from the main mix. Next, while we're talking about how this is all working, on the back of the audio mixer here, you'll see the control room outputs. This is whatever you want it to be. Here you can make a custom routing. You can put the 2-track into it. You can put the Alt 3.4 into it, and you can put the main mix into it. So you can build your control room output out of any and all of the other outputs. So now that we understand where the Alt 3.4 is getting the audio from, it's getting it from muted channels, let's talk about some possibilities of why you'd want to use this. I've seen suggested online that one way that you'd want to use this if you're multi-track recording is you can have 2 microphones come out of the main mix. You can pan them left and right, so then they're coming out separately through the main mix. Then you could put microphone 3.4 into the Alt 3.4, so you'd mute them and you'd pan them left and right. And then on the back of your audio mixer, you'd have each of these 4 microphones separated and you could run them into a multi-track recorder. So if you are multi-tracking 4 microphones at a time, this is how you can pull that out of this Behringer audio mixer. Now, to me, that seems pretty clunky. There's a lot of better ways to do that. I think if that's what you're doing, I would just suggest that you get an audio interface. I think that's a way better way to multi-track that many microphones. If it's me, I'm kind of thinking of other options and other ways that you could use this. If you're recording a podcast, I would say that you can kind of create a back channel. So say you have a 4-person podcast, you're all recording. You could route the Alt 3.4 perhaps to people's headphones. And then you can have a back channel where if you're producing the show, you can just mute your microphone, speak to everybody's headphones, and then unmute your microphone when you want to join back into the main conversation. That'd be a pretty interesting way because that kind of gatekeeps you that when you're talking behind the scenes at green room talk, you're not coming out through the main recording. It kind of guarantees that you're on one side or the other. That's an interesting way to do it there. Another thing that I think about is maybe a click track. If you're a full band and your drummer needs a click track, you could set that up in one of these channels, then mute it so that click track is not coming out in front of house. Then you could route that Alt 3.4 output to the audio mixer for the drummer, and then the drummer can put that into their headphones so they can hear the click track, but it's not coming out front of house. Honestly, I think you can kind of tell that I'm grasping at straws here. I don't find a really strong use case for this. Now, I just made a video that was released yesterday that shows how other audio mixers tackle this problem, and they don't tie this other bus to the mute buttons. What other audio mixers will typically do is they'll have a couple buttons here beside the fader, and you can just choose to put this input channel to the main mix, the alt channel, or both if you want, and then you can create all types of different custom mixes. It's kind of strange to me that this is married to the mute button. So I am very curious. If you know exactly what this is for, I'd love to read your comment down in the comment section below. If you're as confused as I am about this, I'd love to read your comment down in the comment section below. If you have any other questions or comments, I'd love to hear from you. And if you want to see more videos like this in the future, please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.